second language. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Radja with student number 7310231045. And tonight I want to share my understanding about interlanguage pragmatics and interactional competence. So I will start with the word interlanguage. So this is the language system that learners create while they are learning a second language. So it's not exactly their first language, and it's not exactly the new language either. So it's somewhere in between. And now let's add the word pragmatics. So pragmatics is the study of how we use language in real life. How we say things in a way that fits the situation. For example, if I say it's a bit chilly in here, I might really mean please close the window. That's pragmatics. So using words in a way that people understand beyond the literal meaning. So interlanguage pragmatics is the study of how language learners learn to use the language in context, the way the native speakers do, and it focuses on things like how they make polite requests, apologize, or say no without sounding rude. Then I will talk about pragmatic competence. So this means knowing how to say the right thing in the right way, depending on the situation. For example, you might know the grammar of English well, but if you say give me your pen to a teacher, it might sound too direct, even rude. A more polite way would be could I borrow your pen, please? And knowing when and how to be polite, formal, friendly, or indirect. That's pragmatic competence. And then it has two parts. For the first one is socio-pragmatic competence, understanding the social rules like how to speak to a boss and a friend. And then for the second one, pragma-linguistic competence, using the right words or grammar to express that meaning politely or clearly. Then and then for the next is interactional competence. So let me remember. For my understanding, interactional competence is like about how we manage conversations. It includes things like knowing when to speak or pause, how to ask questions, and how to show you are listening, how to fix misunderstandings politely, like saying sorry, what do you mean, or could you repeat that. And then interactional competence also include let me repeat. Interactional competence also includes tone of voice, gestures, and expressions that help the conversation flow naturally. Even small words like well, actually, or let me repeat. Even small words like well, actually, or help make a conversation sound real and friendly. So what's the difference between pragmatic competence and interactional competence? So pragmatic competence is about what you say and how appropriate it is, and interactional competence is about how you manage a conversation smoothly with others. So both are really important. A language learner might know lots of grammar and vocabulary, but still sound strange or impolite if they don't use the language in the right way in conversation. So that's why the competencies matter. So for teacher and learners, this means that we should not only teach grammar and vocabulary. We also need to help learners understand how people really speak in everyday life. how they request, disagree, ask for help, or say no politely. So I think that's all for my understanding about the material. I will close. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.